everybody, and welcome back to Catch Canvas. I'm not too sure how much longer this demo is going to be, but I'm going to play this to the finish, and then hopefully the full game will come out soon, and then I'll get to play it on that too. So there you go. Anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? I said, well, wait. To recap, just to make sure, I'm talking to her now, and I brought up the idea of cheating, and it seems to have triggered her in some way. Estelle has gone off to take a bath, and Dawn is busy working somewhere else, so I'm all alone in here with her. And the last time I was alone with her, we both remember what we saw. We both remember. Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter, does it? I said no, so that's that. Let's just get back to work, okay? Yeah, okay. Na-chan returned to her canvas without protest. As shown by her slow movement and utter silence, however, her heart was no longer in it. I was like, that's it? Okay. Choosing to give Na-chan some space, I decided to check on the others. Even if Dawn won't work with me watching her, I can at least show my face for a moment and offer some encouragement. As for Estelle, I guess I'll have to wait until she gets out of the bath before I give her a piece of my mind. I walked through the cabin with the intention of visiting Dawn in her room. Upon approaching the rooms, however, I noticed Dawn in the hallway looking into one of the other rooms. Dawn? Eh. The moment I said her name, Dawn ran off. She darted down the hallway and quickly dived into her room, nimbly avoiding all of the furnishings along the way. Damn, that girl can move. I didn't think Dawn was capable of that. Did I really scare her that badly, or was something on the other side of that door? Speaking of which, what was she looking at? Allowing my curiosity to get the better of me, I took over for Dawn and peeped through the slightly ajar door. There really is nothing better than a morning bath. I can only imagine what I'm about to see. Those other idiots don't know what they're missing. Oblivious to the watchful eyes of her onlooker, Estelle relaxed her weary body in the bath. She spread her arms out wide, unknowingly showing off her bare breasts, without any feeling of embarrassment. Uh-oh. This is bad. This is bad. I knew there was a chance of this happening since I'm living with these three young girls, but that doesn't mean that it's okay to peep. Estelle already hates me enough as it is. If she knew that I was watching her like this, she'd definitely blackmail me into doing her assignment for her. Also, I want to note, it is just a black screen. I didn't just put black there to cover up the art. There's just no art there right now. I need to get out of here before she realizes that I'm watching her. Or not. After a few more minutes. Whew. Having fun out there? I know you're watching. I figured you wouldn't be able to resist. Quite the pervert, aren't you? My heart stopped beating for a moment the moment Estelle spoke. I had been silent, careful not to touch the door or move my body, and was prepared to leave in the nearish future. Even so, Estelle caught me red-handed. It's over. She got me. I turned her down, so Estelle lured me here, somehow knowing that I would wind up in this position. I'm sorry, Uncle. It looks like I have no choice but to cheat after all. Oh, still there, are you? I'm not going to invite you in if that's what you're hoping for. Reveling in her victory, Estelle continued to toy with me. She had me in the palm of her hand, fully aware of the fact that I couldn't turn down her proposal at this stage. I guess I'll have to bite the bullet and... You really are feeling bold today, aren't you? Well, whatever. I won't say to the others, so peep to your heart's content, okay? I'll pretend that I never saw you. Huh? Did she say she won't tell the others? To my surprise, Estelle not only failed to threaten me, but also claimed that she would forget that I even peeped on her. Slack-jawed and utterly dumbfounded, I continued to look at Estelle, not for the sake of peeping, but simply because I couldn't believe my ears. If she was truly willing to forget that anything happened, then rather than a trap, I had just walked into a stroke of good fortune. Stroke is a very good word to put for there. Peep to my heart's content, huh? You don't have to tell me twice. Now, I don't know if there's just no art there for now, or if there's eventually going to be art there, and it might be a little bit more risque. Once Estelle finally withdrew from the bath, I quickly hid in the room, instinctively fleeing before I could get caught. After she returned to her own room, I then headed back downstairs, surprised to find a silent figure waiting for me. Oh, Dawn, there you are. I was looking for you. Relax, it's not like I came here to scold you or anything. I just wanted to see if you were making any progress on your assignment. Not really. Eh? Seriously? I mean, I don't want to rush you or anything, but if you don't finish your sketch soon, you won't have time for the actual painting. It's done. The sketch. It's done. Speaking only slightly louder, Dawn reiterated that her sketch was complete. If your sketch is done, then you made progress. Now you just need to start painting, and then... As soon as the words left my mouth, I understood Dawn's problem. While she could easily draw in her room, painting was another matter entirely. In order to paint, she would need materials found only in the classroom, which no sensible person would take into a room in which they sleep. But with Na-chan still in the classroom, that was easier said than done. Alright, I understand. I'll keep Na-chan occupied for a while so you can have the studio to yourself, okay? Is that okay? Of course! If that means helping you complete your assignment, keeping Na-chan company is no problem at all. What do you say? If I lure Na-chan away, will you start with your painting? Okay. There we go! Got one of them to work. One of them's showing me her ass, and the other one's just letting me peep on her in the bath. Look, whatever. With Dawn following a few steps behind, I returned to the classroom once more. Inside was Na-chan, who was actually hard at work. Yo, Na-chan, making progress? Yep, only a little, but it's getting there. Great, great. Listen, I'm going to need you to relocate for a while. What are you talking about? I just said I was making progress. Why would I relocate now of all times? Well, it's just... Dawn needs the classroom, so... So do I, and Dawn is way ahead of me anyway. Why should I have to leave? Na-chan actually has a point. I offered to help Dawn without thinking. I never considered that the other girl's progress might be hindered as a result. Getting one of them to finish is doable, but managing all three simultaneously might be too difficult for me. You're right, I know this isn't fair, but you'd rather be drawing manga anyway, right? If we go back inside right now... Are you suggesting what I think you are? That's right, same as this morning. Is that okay? Of course! I was only doing this stupid sketch because I promised I would. I'm more than happy to receive advance payment. Phew, wait. Okay, whatever. Phew, I was hoping that would be the case. While I should probably be worried that Na-chan thinks sketching Marge is stupid or that she's only doing her assignment because of our deal, it does work in my favor. I'd better be more careful about this in the future, though. That makes it twice in one day that I've made that offer. Okay, I'm gonna go get comfortable. Leaving behind those familiar words, Na-chan left the classroom and headed back inside the cabin. Vlog? Is this really alright? Well, not really. At this rate, Na-chan's gonna get in the habit of skipping class to draw manga. But I'll make it work, and I've replenished enough of my blood by now to make it through another sitting. Your... blood? Oh, forget I said that. Just focus on your painting, okay? I can't keep kicking Na-chan out of the classroom like this. Thank you. Oh, I made her a little happy. I made the quiet one a little happy. As the day continued to drag on, one by one the girls were productive in their own way. Na-chan and I worked on her manga, stopping only for food breaks, and so I could cool my head. Her style began to improve slowly but surely as I forced her to revisit the basics, and before long her chicken scratch sketches looked almost passable. Without any classmates to look over her shoulder, Dawn made a fantastic start on her painting, surpassing my expectations by a long shot. Although I only bought her a few hours, Dawn managed to bust out the basic shape and map the broader features, easily accomplished by what would take me all day. Finally, I caught Estelle sneaking some art supplies into her room, despite her efforts not to be seen. She claimed to not care about her assignment, and she could have easily been working on something unrelated, but in my heart, I knew she was studying under Uncle for a reason. It's hard to believe how much progress we've made in only one day. Dawn is off to a flying start, as I should have guessed from her earlier sketches, and if I can buy her enough time, she'll probably be done in a day or two. Na-chan may be more interested in drawing manga, but she's shown that she'll at least try to keep her promise. As long as she remains focused, I shouldn't have it to worry about her. Even Estelle seems to have some drive, albeit hidden under a layer of attitude. The best thing I can do for her is just play dumb and give her some space. 2 weeks may be a short time frame, but the way things are going, this might just work out after all. Suddenly feeling a wave of relief wash over me, I grabbed a change of clothes and headed back downstairs. I entered the bathroom, drew a bath, stripped down, and let the water ease my tension. This is just what I needed. Dealing with those girls is tiring. Excuse me, I'm definitely overdue for some alone time today. All day I've been either arguing with Estelle, tutoring Na-chan, or looking at the two in various states of undress. Really, the only sane one of those girls is... Dawn? The moment I thought about Dawn, her face appeared right in front of me. Scarily, her face didn't appear in my mind, or as a manifestation of my thoughts. What appeared in front of me was the actual, physical Dawn, standing in the hallway, looking at the slightly ajar bathroom door. Dawn, what do you think you're doing? Whether she was ignoring me or simply too engrossed to hear my words, Dawn continued to stare at me. Or more precisely, my naked body. Is this karma getting me back from peeping on Estelle earlier? No. Wait a second. The only reason I looked into the bathroom earlier was because I saw Dawn doing it first. Does that mean that Dawn is a pervert? In order to test my theory, I started to run my hands all over my naked body. From my chest to my waist to my genitals, I scrubbed myself more thoroughly and far more than I usually would, all while watching Dawn's reaction. The more I scrubbed, the more blood came out of Dawn's nose, and the heavier her breathing became. She continued to stare at my body without shame or hesitation, seemingly unconcerned about the prospect of getting caught. Just when I thought Dawn was the only normal person here. But I guess it could be worse. She's quiet, polite, and hardworking. If this is how she blows off steam, that's fine by me. She can come in here and blow off some steam on D. Although, admittedly, it is a little creepy. Maybe I should teach her a lesson. Look, I mean, either one of these things is bad. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with this, just because I want to see what happens. It's a little over the top, but hey, Dawn started it. I moved my hands down my body once more, rubbing myself all over. Dawn! Oh, Dawn! Yes, just like that, Dawn. Touch me right there. While touching myself, I began to moan, frequently leaking Dawn's name as I did. How do you like that, Dawn? I bet you're having second thoughts by... Despite my optimistic thoughts, my moan did have the desired effect. Or did not. Instead of turning her off, me moaning Dawn's name caused her nosebleed to increase in volume and her breathing grew even heavier. Holy crap. Dawn really is a pervert. Or perhaps I'm just not making this creepy enough. Knowing that someone thinks about you like that is a little more than flattering. If I want to make Dawn leave, I need to step it up. Oh, Dawn. Dawn, yes, do it harder. I don't know why I put on an English accent when I'm moaning. You're so good at this, Dawn. I never want to fuck anyone else ever again. You guys don't understand the emotions that I'm going through to just have to say this to you. I know I'm blushing. You don't have to tell me. I'm not letting you sleep alone anymore. Tonight I'm going to hold you in my arms, strip you down, and... Shut the hell up already! Learn to masturbate quietly, moron! I give up. After being shamed by my classmate and peeped on by another classmate, I returned to my bedroom once more. I immediately threw myself on the bed and closed my eyes, trying to focus on the positive aspects of my day. Dawn makes significant progress. Na-chan has the motivation she needed, and Estelle is working on her assignment, albeit secretly. They may not be progressing as quickly or seamlessly as I'd like, but at least those three seem to be on the right track. Even if whipping them into shape, as Uncle put it, is beyond me, a few more days like today might just be enough to make this work. I don't know why Uncle left me those three, but since he did, I'll make sure to reform them to the best of my abilities. Although I confidently declared to myself that I would reform the girls and that things were going well, there remained one big concern on my mind. Artwork aside, Uncle really did hang me out to dry with those three. A Gyaru that sleeps all day, a manga-obsessed girl who refers to herself by a cutesy name, and a shy pervert who peeps on others. With everything that happened today, getting those three to complete their assignments might be the least of my worries. And there we go. Thanks for playing Catch Canvas. Well, we hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please show support for us on Kickstarter. See you there. Anyway, I believe their Kickstarter is either done and I think it's going to come out on Steam, but I'm not really too sure. Anyway, as you can see, there are some blank areas. There's some stuff going on in the background that I'm not really too sure if this game's going to be like... I mean, there's probably going to be a Steam version, but then there's probably going to be like the uncensored version, kind of like what Honey Pop's got and stuff like that. Anyway, the story for this, actually not that bad. Surprisingly, very, very interesting, and it makes me want to play it. It's weird. Maybe next time I'll get Digeeling to do their voices. That way I'm just not doing their voices. But anyway, yeah. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this journey through Catch Canvas. If you guys want to go play the demo, you can. If their Kickstarter is still available, I'll link it so that you guys can go try to throw money at this if that's something that you would like to do. But anyway, I am Flog. This was Catch Canvas. And remember to hit that like button, comment, and of course subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Are you gaming? Well, you should be. So get out there, guys. Bye-bye. I can't see in the dark. Bonnie went. Oh, crap!